bum bum sweeter than Mirinda, Caterpillar, Biggie Tipper, London Diva, buy you visa, tequila, give me ginger, fresh like bread, what they do today, Mama, you know it Mary Kay, Mama gave it take away.
All right, so this is music from a guy called Christy. Ruga is the title of the song, but the name of the title is Christy. It was rather the other way around. So that Shazam today filled me. Huh? I got the Christy, I got the Ruga. Okay, so it's Ruga by Christy or Christy by Ruga. Okay, but whatever it is, there's a Christy, there's a Ruga. It's a Friday. I mean, some of these things are allowed. Whether it's the whale or the whale swallow, does a swallow. I hear you. Well, it's not some 28 minutes to hit 8 o'clock. It's been a beautiful week, and we're glad that you've made time to be with us throughout the week. It's been exciting. It's been very, very beautiful. And this morning, well, as you are very much aware, the MPP will on the 26th of August hold its Super Delegates Congress to trim down the number of presidential aspirants from 10 to 5. Now, the 5 would then go into their main Congress scheduled for the 4th of November to elect a flag bearer. Now, one of the aspirants who is number 4, I think on the ballot sheet, number 4, he's right here with us in the studios of Love 99.5. I'm talking about none other than Kojo Nsafua Poku. Now, he's with us in the studios of Love 99.5 to help us understand a few things, about his aspirations and dreams for this very country. Now, what you can do for us is to ask him a few questions. If you have any question on your mind, send them to 055-1111-995, all right? That's 055-1111-995, and that's our WhatsApp number. And, of course, we are live on Facebook right now, so you can join us on Facebook on LUV 99.5 FM. He's taller than I thought he would be. I've seen pictures of him. I've seen him stand on television and all that, but he's taller than I assumed him to be. Kojo, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm very well. I don't know why you thought I'll be shorter. Kwame Akuzo is my brother. So if Kwame is that tall, I'll be closer to Kwame. I'm not as tall as Kwame, but...
Yeah, but what I envisaged in my mind when I saw a few of your images on television, I thought you'd be a bit shorter.
If you know any of the Pokus, none of the Pokus are short.
So what you can do for me now is for us to help myself and my listeners and my viewers get to know you. Okay. Who's, Kojo Nsafua Poku? Tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, Kojo Poku is a gentleman that was born just around the corner from here in Fanti Newtown.
Oh, FNT?
Yes. I grew up in Kumasi. I went to Pokuwari. My dad is the current Mampontehine, and my dad's little brother is the Bantamahine.
Oh, okay.
My grandfather, whose factory sat and made this area quite popular, Poku Transport.
Okay.
The yard just down the road. So I'm a Kumasi person through and through. Anybody that knows the Poku family in Kumasi knows that we are the Kumasi people. So I'm not a stranger to this town. Just that after secondary school, Pokuwari went to London. When I came back from London, I decided to stay in Accra, not to stay in Kumasi.
Why?
Then I was into IT. I had a thing with IT. I worked with Soft Tribe. Then they were called Soft. Now they are called Soft Tribe. Then 98, 99, there was this Y2K millennium back then where all computers will not go into 4 digits in the new 2000. So I had a software and a remedy for that. So then the business was mostly in Accra because I was charging, at that time, I think I was charging $89 per computer. And nobody in Kumasi will pay. So Accra seems to be a very good place to do good business. So I stayed in Accra in 98 when I came, and I decided to be there.
Continue to stay there.
Yes, and the person I lived with in Accra was my mother's very good friend who became my adopted mother, Rebecca Hawa Yakubu Ogide, the late. May her soul rest in peace. Amen. So that's how I now fell in love with politics, and basically the rest is history.
Before we talk more about your political, ideologies and what the dreams and the vision you have for Ghana and all that, tell us about your stint in London. You attended school or you worked? What
No, I did sixth form. After Pokuwari, I did sixth form in Queen's Park in Kilburn. Then after that, I went into, like I said, I had an IT background. So there's a a course called Novell. Novell is more of a network software which is developed by Unix. At that time, in the early 90s, IT was the big thing. So I did foundation course in Middlesex to do civil engineering. And then 1 year of foundation, I decided, look, I no longer want to do civil engineering. I want to go in to do IT because my guys who I had finished sixth form with were in the IT making big money around 93, 94. I was still trying to go through a degree course. And I'm like, look, what's the point? We're all going to end up with a degree and go and get a course. So I got a scholarship to do Novell. So I went on to do Novell. And after Novell, I started working. So I worked in London. But then I had 2 lives in London. The early part of the 90s was when mobile phones had started. So I had an agency in London to supply accessories, the leather cases, the batteries, and all the accessories in London. I had a shop in Tottenham. And then basically worked full-time. I'd done computers in Neasden. And then after work, or days that I'm off work, I'll be in my shop in Neasden. Then had a bit of a stint of DJing.
Whoa.
Yes, I DJ'd a bit. Even
before we end our show, you'd have to DJ for us.
No, I'm not going to stop.
No.
I gave my gloves to Apuzo.
You have to take the bait.
No. I gave the gloves to Apuzo because I remember when I came in 98, most of my records that I brought, I gave them to my brother Kwame. So I gave my gloves.
No, we have some records. Now we're doing what they call it.
No, I don't. The digital stuff. I do the we do the records. We do the old school.
I see.
So so in the evenings we'll go around the clubs DJing, MCing and DJing from Thursday to Sunday. Then went into club promotions. What do you do now? What do you do now? Now I'm an entrepreneur.
Doing what exactly?
Basically, I'm into oil and gas. I started my oil and gas company in 2000 in Ghana, and it's an upstream company, Gasop Oil. Okay. But then the reason I call myself an entrepreneur is because when I meet people for a meeting, I don't even know what complimentary card to give because I have multiple companies that is under my umbrella, and I'm on the board of quite a number of multinational companies. So Gasop Oil is the upstream company. We have FKP and Route Investment, which does logistics for CMC Cocoa Board. Okay. Then there is FIFC APAM. We are trying to develop a tank farm in the offshore APAM. So basically, I'm into multifaceted of businesses. You married? Yes, with 2 kids.
Boys?
One boy 14, girl 11.
Okay. You're going to produce more?
Hopefully.
You're 49. You're 49.
Right now, look, in those days, I honestly, I think if our grandparents and our dad were paying the school fees we are paying, I don't think they will have the multiple kids they had. My dad has 12 kids. I wish I could go to 8, but I doubt if I can do 8.
You want to go to 8?
I doubt if I can do 8, but I would love to do 8.
Why 8?
My grandfather did 24.
Why 8?
I'm giving you the maths. My grandfather did 24. My dad did 12. The least I can do is 8.
Wow.
But I'm a 2, so that tells you I have a long way to go.
14 and 11. Wow, you have a very long way to go. But you refer to yourself as the voice of the youth.
Yes.
Tell us more about it. I mean, voice of the youth in what sense?
Well, it's only in Ghana where a 49-year-old is seen as a youth, which is sad. In the Western world, I'm nowhere near that youthful environment. But we have a situation where there is a big disparity between the guys beneath, which is the youth, the young ones who are coming up, and mostly the guys who are up there, which is the older ones. We don't get to see anybody who represents. And funny enough, I think the 73, 74 group of people is really a gap between the old, because we saw a semblance of what the old was like, and we have also seen a semblance of what the youth is like. So the reason I'm the voice of the youth is that I relate better with the Gen Zs and the millennials than a lot of the people who are on this ticket. The baby boomers and all that. So I think for me, look, I handle my own Snap, I handle my own IG, I handle my own social media. Most of the people I'm on this ticket with don't even know how to enter Snap or whatever. So, like I said, I can relate better with the new generation of the upcoming youth. And I think I speak their language better. So that's why everybody feeling that, look, for Kojo having policies that is also geared towards empowering the youth. I mean, he speaks more for the youth than most of the 9 candidates on the platform.
What I'd like to know from you now is why run for president? Why the interest? Why the desire?
Why not? I mean, I have always said that, look, ever since. And people have thought that I just woke up one day and thought of this. I didn't. I've really had this ambition. One thing I say is that if it wasn't for the constitutional mandate of 40 years, I'll have done this earlier.
Whoa.
Because I've always felt that, look, this is something I want to do.
But this is the first time you are vying.
So
if you would have loved to do it before 40, why didn't you do at 40 or 41?
Because then the terrain was not the same. If you realize what we have in MPP, we've always, since 2007, we've always had a very tricky situation where Nana Addo had come up. He had not really done a term or for us to see what. Then the Nana Addo government, the way it's been run and a lot of things, how politics has turned out, also gave me a lot of prompt to say, look, if you're ever going to do it, this is the best time to do it. Because, look, I lived in London and I followed politics a lot. When we went to London, I think it was John Major who has just come up and through the politics of John Major, I follow politics quite a lot in America, in London, everywhere in the world. I mean, my idols in the world is Silvio Berlusconi, who recently passed away. And I followed Silvio extensively, mainly because I see myself as a Silvio, because Silvio Berlusconi was a businessman, entrepreneur who owned multi-businesses and went into politics and became the head of state of Italy. Same of the track I want to go on. So I follow politics a lot. Now, the reason I want to do this is because I think I have a lot to offer. I've always seen myself as an all-rounder, a 360 kind of person. I don't see that I can say that, oh, Kojo is only good at this. And over the years, all the businesses I have done till today, I think has prepared me for that all-rounder. Because, look, I've done business. I've been a contractor. At a very early age, I was a road contractor. I have done transactions in Ministry of Defense. I have represented multinationals to do contracts for Ministry of Defense. I've done health stuff. I've done... And now, look, everybody knows Kojo Poku as energy expert.
Yeah.
But before the energy, I was into IT. I've had various businesses. I sit on the board of an investment bank. Okay, so in terms of finance and economics, I sit there and I have to interrogate some of these balance sheets and stuff like that. So that has prepared me to understand a lot of the things that goes into running the country. And it's not difficult. I don't think it's scientific calculation.
What is not difficult? Running the country?
Running a country, no, it's not. It's not supposed to be difficult.
We'll get there. We'll get there. But many people are of the view that, you ought to be rich to run for president. I mean, the CDD, for example, research says you need about $100 million, dollars to be able to run as president in Ghana. Are you rich?
I'm not, but I think the answer to that is you need to be well resourced. You need to be networked to run. You don't need to be rich. When I started this process and I looked at my bank balance, I didn't think the money I have spent so far for the last 18 months from February last year till now, I had that in my bank. So what anybody who intend to do this thing is that, look, you need to have a network of people who believe in your vision. You need to be resourced in terms of not financially resourced, but resourced as in knowing where to go for what and how to do what. Yes, you need finance to do some of these things. But me coming into this game is a bit different from those who have been in it. The politicians, or the frontline politicians, I call them, they would have to spend more because people expect more from them because they have already been in the system, they got more money, and they think that they need to spend X, Y, Z to get there. I have seen how much some people spend on media, right? Kojo Poku, if I have to spend money on media, I will spend not even 1/10 of what they spend on media because I know the space. I've been in the space for 12 years. So I have goodwill with people within the space, and I can basically draw some of that goodwill and not spend as much. But yes, you do need resources.
Tell me about your membership with the NPP. For how long have you been a member of the NPP?
I've been a supporter of the NPP since 98, but I've been a registered card-bearing member since 2016.
And somebody would say, well, I haven't heard much about Kojo Nsafua Poku up until now. He said he's a member of the NPP. What would you say your contribution to the NPP has been over the years? Well,
look, the party is a huge institution. There are people in small corners of the country that contribute so much to the party, but a lot of people don't know them nationally. The constitution of the party says that to be a leader of the party, you have to be an ordinary member, okay, in good standing for not less than 5 years. And that's the basic requirement for anybody who wants to lead the party. A lot of people feel that, look, you have to be an MP, you have to do this. No, it's not. As long as you are you are in good standing for not less than 5 years, and you're a member of the party and you've paid your dues, That's fine. But you see, you have to be known in some parts. I'm known in the constituencies that I work. Ayawaso West, Wagon, and Kwabre East. Initially, Subin was my constituency as far back as 2001, 2004. Around 2007, I moved my vote to Accra because every election I have to come to Accra, Kumasi to vote, be in Kumasi for like 2 days before going back. And I thought, you know what, let me just vote in Accra. So I moved my vote from Subin. But you don't have to be a public figure. And that's the problem a lot of people have had with my emergence. People didn't see me coming. And I've had prominent MPP people, and I don't want to mention names, come up and say, oh, we think he's NDC, even his utterances on TV and radio, we don't know him in the party, he's alien. Nobody or nothing in the Constitution says that somebody has to know me before I can be leader of the party. It just says that a member of 5 years in good standing. So somebody in Nairobi today, somebody in Wioso, somebody in Bechim, who has been in the party for that long, can come up and say, I want to be a member.
So you think you've done so much for the party?
Yes.
Such that the 230 delegates or so,
230,000.
30,000, yeah, they would vote for you?
Okay, so you see, that's why there's an election. And that's why there's a process of campaigning. They don't pick people from the hat and say, people vote for this person. They give you time to go out there and campaign. When I started this process last year, a lot of the grassroots of the party didn't know who I was. So I said, look, I want to lead the party. But the party, most of them don't know who I am. So what do? I go around and introduce myself. So last year, February, I went around the country once.
The whole country?
The whole country.
How many times have you been around the country?
3 times.
3 times?
Yes.
3 times?
3 times.
The whole country?
Yes.
Now, when you walked into the studios, one of the first things that I asked you off air was how the response or how the campaign has been like for you. Now you're saying that you've been around the country 3 times. Tell us about your trips. What has been the response?
Very good. Look, a lot of people have heard the name Kojo-Poku, KMP. Then they've heard me most of them have seen me on TV. Because, I've been on Joy News TV3 since 2010, right? And a lot of people have seen me on TV, but they've never seen me in person. But the game changer is when I show up, okay? Because, look, when people listen to you and they can say that, wow, I never thought of it like that. That, for me, is when you are able to let people have a different perspective to a conversation. And that's what I bring to the table. When people listen to me, they realize that, I never thought of it like that. And I'm able to bring a different perspective to the conversation because I'm not your traditional politician. I'm a businessman who's coming to the politics. So I'm very real, I'm very objective, and I'm truthful. I'm probably the only person who is running on this ticket that have been critical of the government that my own party brought into power. So, look, that is the game changer.
You think the other contestants, the other 9, are not truthful?
I'm not saying they're not truthful, but I don't think that over the years they have been as critical of the part of the government as I have been.
What do you make of governance in Ghana in general?
Well, it needs to change. If not, we are heading towards the collapse of democracy. The governance of where everybody is whipped, okay? If you're MPP and there's an issue on MPP, whether you disagree or agree, you are whipped to support it publicly. I think it should change. I think people should be allowed to express their opinion, whether they are with or against. Recently, you had MPs in Parliament come out and say Ken should resign, the finance minister. Yeah. Everybody was shocked. And I'm like, why are you shocked? You see, that is how governance should be. Governance, look, you can be a Democrat, or you can be a liberal, or you can be a conservative. But it's not everything you're conservative about. If you're a liberal, it's not everything you're liberal about. There are things you are conservative about. There are things you are liberal about. So that thing where I'm MPP, everything that party does, everything government
whether
does, right or wrong, publicly, I defend it. Privately, I complain.
Do you think the finance minister should have been sacked or should have resigned?
Oh, he should. On his own, he should have resigned. He did
not. Should the president have fired him?
I don't think the president could fire him. The president
should he fire him?
No, he wouldn't.
No, it's not about what he would do or would not. But would you say he should have? If you are an advisor to the president, for example,
the way I'm saying that, look, they are cousins. That is why people have challenges when you now bring in these the conundrum of friends and family and relatives into government. It's difficult because the sentiment is not the same. The struggle they've been through together, and rightfully so. Let's look. I'm going through it now, and I can understand Nana Addo in a way. He's been through thick and thin with Ken. And for me, that is where people have a challenge with friends and family in government. We are talking about a national issue, not a sentimental personal issue. So when you're president, you take a decision in the interest of the nation, not in the interest of what is good for Nana.
Is this something that you can do?
Yes, definitely.
You can. You have a cousin.
I have a cousin, but I don't think I would put myself in that situation to be difficult to sack that person.
Meaning what?
I will not put my cousin. If I had a cousin, no matter how good he is, I will not put him in that position.
If it's good to help the country,
I will not put him in that position. And any person that is that good, there are other people that good to do it. I will not, because you see, that's the problem. It will be difficult because you might end up having family. You might end up having problems at home because look, sacking your cousin. He's not going to take it lightly. You are not going to fall out with him. It doesn't matter how good you are. You fall out with the person.
What do you make of Nana Addo's administration so far?
It could have been better. I have always said that 75% success rate, 15% partly on some of the decisions we've made on the economy, and mostly on corruption. That's my judgment.
What's your view on corruption?
I think corruption, we've failed. The government has failed the fight on corruption. There are a lot of people sitting in air conditions driving Land Cruisers that should be in jail. There are a lot of people for nothing at all should have been to court and maybe let the court acquit them or let them be in jail.
We don't want to mention names here?
No, I don't want to mention names.
Why? You say the truth. If you're telling us the truth.
Oh no, in terms of mentioning names of those that could have been in jail.
Yeah.
Oh, the banks. Oh, Unibank, the Dufours. They should at least be on trial. I don't see how the trial of Dufours are being done in a snail pace. The beige capital guys, all these the people who look, the government borrowed 24 billion, right? 24 billion Ghana cedis, which today in that time it was about $5 billion. We are going to IMF for less. But if we now took taxpayer is paying 24 billion for money they've mismanaged, all those banks that went down in Kumasi, Allied Savings and Loans, all these people should be in prison.
You talk about corruption. How would you fix the corruption challenge?
I say that, look, you fix this process. One, we don't have enough room in prison. So I want to build the largest prison in West Africa.
You want to build the largest
prison in West Africa? Yes, outdoor prison. Largest prison in West Africa. Move the prisons out of Adum and Ridge. Because somebody who is in prison in Adum, he's in a residential, he's in a 5-star hotel. Why do we have
the conditions they are under does not
it doesn't matter, but he's in Adum. He's in a 5-star hotel, not far from Golden Tulip, Lancaster. Right? So move the prisons out of the city centers. Take them to the inhabited areas, which is, we have large scale of land where you can have industry. You see, prison has its own industry. If you go to the US, there's a prison industry where you build prisons in areas where industries can now build around the prison and use the prison labor to now work. So that's cheap labor. Now you don't put people in prison to punish. Put people in prison to reform. So by having certain reform institutions around the prisons, you now change people. But then have people in those prisons because we need to separate the good from the bad. We are 32 million population. Not everybody needs to be out here. Those that are not law-abiding and want to now touch government money, they have to be there.
So just for clarity's sake, would you say that you are giving the Akufo-Addo administration some 75%?
75%, yes, and 15% failure.
Okay. Understood.
But I didn't finish my bit on the corruption bit. So you need to reform the Attorney General. Because the processes of how the court case, or putting it in court, is wrong. How can somebody be in court for 6 years? There's no way a criminal case should go for more than 2 years, which is 2 legal calendars. I think that all criminal cases should end at the end of 2. So reform the judiciary process, reform the Attorney General, so that court cases will be swift. Cases which is brought before any court, it doesn't matter how many applications is made up and down the Supreme Court, Appeal Court, within 2 years it should be done. And that's what I want to do.
We hear that court cases they grind slow, but at the end of it all, well, justice might be served.
I don't believe in that. I honestly believe that within 2 years all criminal cases should be done. Look, if you have a father, a brother, or a sister who is in court, and 6 years, something hangs around their neck. It's not fair to the person. So deal with it quickly. Let the court dispense of it. He's guilty. He's in one of the prisons I built. If he's not guilty, he's at home.
What other things are your vision, as you aspire to be president?
Basically, I will start off with youth unemployment, because youth unemployment is a big thing. I have 3-pronged areas that I want to use for youth unemployment. Skill training, entrepreneurship training, and then creative arts. Skill training, because I think that today you finish university and you are home looking for a job in the office. I think it's wrong. Not everybody that goes to university should work in the office. You can have a skill and have a skill trained job. So you can be a graduate and be a carpenter. There's nothing wrong with that. You can be a graduate and be a plumber. There's nothing wrong with that. You can be a graduate and fix air conditions. There's nothing wrong with that. But we in Ghana, the orientation is wrong. We have always said that, wabon onko sinyadepam, wabon onko ifita, wabon onko carpenter. So we felt that the skill training, the handy jobs, those ones that is very well paid in the Western world should go for their wabon. It's not true. So we need to do the orientation, and we've started TVET, which is a good thing. Take TVET not only for undergrads, but postgrads should also go into TVET, so that the graduate can go and learn a skill. The entrepreneurship training is that government is giving all this money to people to start work. But you can't just give money to people. Papa doesn't do it. Business is taught. So teach people businesses so that they can multiply and make something worth that money. The YouStart program the government has started is similar to what I have. But I think that I have a more extensive. You can't just take somebody for 2 weeks training and tell the person is good at entrepreneurship.
But why not say the person has gone to this university to study a particular program? Why don't we encourage that person to be entrepreneurial in that direction rather than say, well, you've gone to this university.
Have you seen the programs they are doing in these schools now? Spanish and history. What is that person going to do with Spanish and history?
So why don't we look at the courses?
That's another problem. Yes, that is another part of things that needs to be done. I think the universities are a bigger problem. The courses they are giving the kids are not industrial or practical courses. Somebody is doing psychology and Spanish, theater arts and Chinese. You know, all these courses just for somebody to get a degree.
But you talk about the creative arts, and you're talking about theater arts.
So the creative arts, I was going to get to that. Movies is a big thing. It's a big industry around the world. Ghana, we've not tapped into that. And there's been a semblance of Kumawood and all these things that is happening. But for me, what I think is that anytime you see people in front of the camera, right, there are about 10 people behind the camera. And that is where the money is. The big business is behind the camera. So when you have a location where a film goes to location to shoot, there are plumbers who have to come around if there's a prop. There are carpenters that have to build their stuff. There are there are electricians who have to come to do the lighting and all these things. So there's a whole industry behind the camera. And I think that's where we should train people to go to. Makeup artists, even catering goes into all these locations. So we need to attract and build that industry so that it can now create jobs for all the allied services that goes with the creative arts. And that is where I want to concentrate.
Well, in case you just turned on your radio and you are listening to this deep-voiced gentleman, his name is Kojo Nsafua Poku. He's one of the 10 aspirants desiring to lead the NPP into the 2024 elections. Now, you know that come the 26th of August, there's going to be, a Congress where they'll prune the number down from 10 to 5. What do you think of his chances? Do you think that he's going to be able to be among the 5 and go on to become the flag bearer for the NPP? What do you make of his chances? Now, listening to him this morning, what questions you have for him? Our WhatsApp number is 055 1111 You can bring in your contributions and he'll give you responses. Again, we're live on Facebook on LUV 99.5 FM. You can join us there and drop your comments there as well. All right, so that's what it is. All right, so moving on to our next leg of the conversation. What do you make of your chances? I mean, are you a front runner or you are just adding on to the numbers here? Because sincerely speaking, 10. And if you look at the kind of people who make up the 10, what do you make of your chances?
Well, my chances is 99.9% to 100%. Look, I have taken this conversation a step at a time. I believe in slow approach. If people have not seen something before. You see, you can identify objects by your brain. Your brain has to put a lot of pieces together to tell you what you are looking at. If I put something in your face and your brain has never seen any part of that object before, you will tell me you don't know what it is. That's Kojo Poku. A lot of people don't know who Kojo Poku is. A lot of people don't understand the Kojo Poku, the submarine campaign that we are doing, right? So if I tell you that, I'm going to win this, people are like, why? Because they have never seen anything like that before. So a step at a time. When I started this process, a lot of people were like, Kojo Poku, he will not even be able to file. They won't give him the form. He will not find the money to pay the fees.
He will not go through the vetting successfully.
Every step of the way, people have bet on me not making it. Now I'm on the ballot. People think, oh, he's just adding to numbers. He will drop out. He's just showing face. Look, let's take 26 August. 26 August is mainly to now shortlist 5. I will be part of the 5. That's all everybody has to
Where
know.
from this conviction?
Because I've worked. I've worked very hard. And people keep saying I fear delegates. Yes, I fear delegates. But the delegates I'm meeting, I'm providing something that a lot of people are not providing, which is a relationship. Politics is about relationship. It's not just about going to tell someone to vote for you. It's about what relationship do you have with that person. And as somebody who has come out to say that if all the things happening in politics was going well, I would not have come into politics. I would have leave it to be it is and do my business. But there's a phenomenon in politics called use and dump. Okay? People come in, tell you all sort of things. You call them, they don't pick. You WhatsApp them, they don't reply. You text them, they don't mind you. Me, my number, which has been a number for 20 years, is the number that I have on all platforms. All KMP platforms, I have my personal number on there. I speak to these delegates on one-on-one. They come to me with a request. I can, I help, I can't, I tell you. I don't shy away from any conversation. And for me, that's the breath of fresh air for all these delegates. So I'm doing that one-on-one conversation with these people. And that is why I believe that for the longer relationship in politics, they would vote for me. So, look, let's not drag that of conviction or whether it's true or not. 27th of August is just around the corner. We'll see Kojo Poku's numbers. And then we'll basically now say, oh, wow.
Would that be enough for you?
That what?
If you make it to the final 5.
No, but that's the point I'm getting to. When I now make it to the final 5 and you see my numbers and I tell you I'll win this game, you will believe it. But today, if I tell you I'll win, you won't believe me because you've never seen that before. Let's take a step
not necessarily having not seen it before, but I'm looking at you coming. You are facing someone like Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. We know what his exploits, what he did for the MPP in the election petition. We know his digitization agenda, what he's been doing, even with this administration, and he scored them some 75% not long ago. We know Alan Chamating and co. That's why people would sit back and say, who is he? Does he have what it takes to be able to surmount all these people?
It's an election. You see, it's not about popularity. If it was a popularity, we'll do an acclamation. Okay? We will now say, oh, who do you think is more popular? Then everybody will shout. It's not. It's an election. We have to go out there and talk to the delegates. Everybody you've mentioned has their plus and minus. I have my plus and minus. Okay? My minus is some of the things you're saying. People don't really recognize me. People don't associate me with these things. But that's also my plus. I'm a businessman. I'm new to that environment, and people can trust me. Look, politics is about faith. I've always said that Christianity and politics are cousins. Right? Christianity is faith and belief, hope. Same thing with politics. Faith, belief, and hope. The only difference is that with the Christianity, nobody has died and come back and said that there's no life after death. So we still have faith and believe that we'll die and have a better life after. With politicians in politics, the 4 years have come and gone multiple times and people have been disappointed. I am here to restore that faith in people. That vote for me, I will come back, and in that 4 years, you will not be disappointed. So that's me. I'm the one who is coming in to restore the hope. The same way Christ came when people have lost hope in Jesus Christ, and he came to restore, and we have Christianity. So that is me. And on the ballot, I'm number 4.
Number 4, yeah.
And I've said that for God so loved the world, that he gave Kojo Poku to the MPP to now revive, to make sure that everything now comes back and people will have faith in politics again. And that's why I'm the voice of the youth. So look, it's not about, like I said, let's not talk about June 4th. June 4th, if I tell you I'll win, like I said, you will not believe me. November 4th.
Okay, November 4th.
Let's talk about November 4th. Let's talk about August 26th.
Okay.
August 26th, I'm going to shock the world with huge numbers, part of the 5, and then we'll talk about...
Aside from yourself, who else is going to make it to the final 5?
I would not go into that conversation. And the reason I wouldn't do that is that I did that in one show in Kumasi, and the next minute I mentioned names, the camps started getting, Kojo Poku has endorsed. And funny enough, everybody came out. Yes, it's online. People said I've endorsed Dr. Bawumia to win because I had mentioned names that would be part of the 5. And I didn't think it was what I intended to do. So I think, look, those that the delegates think they'll make it through the 5, they didn't make it through the 5, but I Kojo Poku will definitely.
Has the process been good so far, or you think that there's been some challenges or some issues you have with the process so far from your party?
I've not had any challenge with the process. There are areas that we think could be better, like we all petitioned to have it in a centralized location, that the council felt that they are the ones clothed with the location. They said that we should do it in the regions. That's fine. But I think I'm happy. Yesterday there was a meeting at the Electoral Commission. Today there's a meeting at the National Police to basically plan towards the election in the various regions. Everything is going very well, and I think all the aspirants so far are very happy with what's going on. I am very happy.
Do you believe in the breaking of the 8 Jingso agenda?
100%. We would definitely break the 8. There is not a two ways. Look, the NDC shot themselves in the foot when they brought John Dramani Mahama, somebody that the country has rejected after the first 4 years. No.
They rejected him, some will say, because of the promises and the belief they had in Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Well, yes.
But here we are. Nana Addo took, for example, a liter of petrol was at 4 cedis, roughly. Now, how much is a liter of petrol? How much was the cedi at the time? How much is the cedi right now? So many people are disappointed, in Nana Addo's administration.
Yes, but Nana Addo is no longer on the ballot.
We can talk about inflation getting worse and all that. I mean,
we agree. But Nana Addo is no longer on the ballot. He has to face somebody else. That's the problem. You see, yes, you can say all the things that you could say about Nana Addo's administration, but Nana Addo is no longer on the ballot.
Whoever will be, vying for this presidency on the ticket of the MPP, you would have to campaign on some of the, or if not all, but some of the records of this administration.
No, I disagree with that. And again, the president made that assertion that, we shouldn't talk about the things that we see wrong with his government because we have to campaign on that record. No, I disagree with him. We don't have to. His record, he's living with it. We have to tell Ghanaians what we will do for Ghanaians when we come into government.
And how would the Ghanaian be able to believe?
Well, believe in my... I have a track record.
Because Nana Addo, if I may indulge me, please. Thank you very much. Nana Addo came with all promises and all assurances and all that. People listened and said, okay, fine. So maybe here, discuss the comedy, so let's give the person, let's give him a chance. Here we are right now.
Yes.
The debt was taken from 122 is now 5, 6, 7 billion cedis. Inflation worse off in 22 years. Over, it's now 43 point something percent. We know even food inflation is about 50% and all that. I mean, crazy, isn't it? But yet we had believed in it.
Okay, so that's the point. And what brings up this conversation is this. So you have somebody like John Dramani Mahama who has come into government and performed poorly. So that's his record in government. You have someone like me who has performed perfectly in business. I have business ideas, I have energy ideas, I have all these ideas, and I'm espousing them. Okay? So now, Ghanaians are faced with two choices. Kojo Poku on the ballot, who is a new candidate, has very good track record in business. He's bringing business ideas to turn around the economy. Then you have somebody called John Dramani Mahama who has been in government for 4 years and failed. Who would you vote for?
Some would argue and say that he did, comparatively, he's done better than Nana Addo.
But Nana Addo is not on the ballot. You see, that's the confusion. Nana Addo is not the competitor.
So they're looking at his track record from before.
No. You see, there is no track record. We are coming in to run a government in 2025. Who would you vote for to run this country in 2025?
All right, so
Kojo Poku, who is coming in and telling you he will do these things. And he has a good track record in energy. He has always been 99% right in all energy decisions. He's been 100% right in all business and successful in business. He's run a business that...
You're a successful businessman.
No. That's bad.
The point, would you be a very good, successful president?
Yes, because business... No. Business, governance is business. That's the mistake politicians make.
You know what JM said to Nana Addo and Bawumia?
I don't know.
You have never been anywhere close to the presidency.
Well, but that's
you don't know what it takes to be president. And now they are there. We are seeing what they are doing. Disappointing.
Nobody has presidential experience until you are president.
Yeah.
The only person in 2024 election with presidential experience is the guy that failed, which is John Dramani Mahama. Right? So the point is, Ghanaians are faced with a choice. Who would you want to endow this country with? The guy who you trusted, who you put there, who you took out after 4 years because he failed, or Kojo Poku, who has done well in business, is bringing his business ideas to turn the country around. So that's the choice. It's not about Nana Addo.
Let's call us.
That Nana Addo conversation, people are trying to push it. That record. No, he is going with whatever he has done. Look, and again, we have 1 year, 12 months to turn things around. And Nana Addo will probably leave, and by then I'll probably score him 85%. But we don't know that yet, but let's leave it. But he's not on the ballot, so he's not part of the conversation.
03220-83596, 03220-83597, 03220-83598. You can call us Kojo Nsafua Poku is one of the persons who are aspiring to become president of this country. They have to jump a few hurdles. One of the hurdles is to make sure that they make it to the final 5. Then 4th November, they would then go into their main Congress, and hopefully maybe he would emerge. And he says he believes in the breaking of the 8. You think that you are the only face in the NPP that can help break the 8?
Am I the only one that can help break the 8? Look, we are going through a contest. It's an internal contest. We are going to tell our delegates what we want to do for the country and party. Whoever the delegates feel that they like this message and they think that they will now bring up, everybody will rally behind that person and basically break the 8.
I hear you. 11 minutes now past 8. Now the numbers again to call us on 03220-83596, 03220-83597, 03220-83598. We've got Christoph, Nana, and Kofi on the line. Chris, let's start with you. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. How are you, sir?
Well, so Kojo Nsafua Pokuso, that's what do you want to say to him?
Yes, Mr. Nsafua Kojo. I think we've listened and followed step upon step his idiosyncrasies and his wisdom that he's bringing on board. David, this time around, you must say that we need a business person who has achieved something. We don't need lawyers. We don't need communication experts. We don't need people who, because they rose from the ranks to become ministers and all that. Then we say, let's vote for them. We need businessmen like Kennedy Japon, like the Safuas and co. Because they have achieved something. They've employed people. They know the sentiments of people, So I want to say that this one has great ideas.
So Christoph, let me put this question to you. If you were delegates and out of the other 9, will you vote for Kojo Nsafua Poku?
David, you see, I just told you where my concern is. We need a businessman. You see, but I want to tell him that.
I hear you, Chris. Thank you very much. Let's speak to Nana quickly. Good morning. Yeah, Nana, good morning. Nana, Kojo, is listening to you.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Me that I dislike politicians, the politicians, at least if you have a politician in the studio. What should I say about it? But I live in a country where if he gets to win.
So Nana, I would like you to retract. You cannot call him a politrickster.
Oh,
if
politicians, the politicians, they are what they come and tell us. At the end of the day, they fail to do it.
The point is, you have not tried him. He has not taken any position yet, so you cannot conclude on that. I beg of you, retract that statement for me.
I retract.
Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Okay, but you know what? Please, the money that you have, if you can use it. I heard you mention Kwabri East. So I presume Dumai or this place, Mamponte, Fade. You live here. Come and do something and help develop it here. And rather use your money, help us. Rather than going to these things that at the end of the day, you are going to lose. The front runners, the Kumar and Tomatoes, those people there, they are even failing. And then you, please, rather come and develop something here. And Mamponte, that's what they are trying to construct. They've not done it. Come and do it.
I hear you. Isaac, hold the line for me, Isaac. But you can also call us on 03220-83596, 03220-83597, and 03220-83598. Kofi, good morning.
Yeah, morning, Dave. Dave, you know what? Running your own private business is not as equal as running and managing the whole country. Now, my question to him is that he said Obradufo should have been prosecuted, and the prosecution of Obradufo is delaying. What can you say about the Bank of Ghana? Obradufo's bank has incurred loss. Now Bank of Ghana too has incurred loss. And so what is he saying about Bank of Ghana's loss?
The 60 million and over loss from the Bank of Ghana. I hear you. He would respond to that for you. Kofi, thanks very much for the question. Isaac, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Dave.
Hey, sir.
Yes, I think that what Kojo is saying, I like it. However, he is trying to talk on personal line. Because if he tells us that the track record of Akufo-Addo and that of Mahama is what to be compared and not the NDC and the NPP, then I think that he doesn't really understand the political landscape that we are in. If what he's saying is personal, then I would suggest that he comes as an independent candidate instead of coming on the ticket of the MPP. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Jerry. Isaac there. Jerry's on the line now. Hi, Jerry. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Kojo. I hope you're doing well.
I'm very well.
Well, we thank God. Kojo.
Oh, but Jerry, so you didn't say good morning to me.
Come again?
I'm saying you didn't say good morning to me, David.
Oh, David, sorry. David, good morning.
Hi, Jerry. Good morning to you.
Kojo has taken my attention. I mean, I'm in love with this guy. Anytime I listen to him, like, I go like, wow. If only he's going to be real. Like, this guy is very energetic and then business-oriented person. I mean, these are the people we have to try them. You see, because the lawyers and the so-called media people, I mean, they are not going to help us. We need people who are business-oriented to come and take over this country. So I think Kwajo, I mean, I'm in love with Kwajo. So we are hoping he get a chance and then make it to the last 5.
So the delegates have heard you, that you are in love with Kojo. Let's go to our very final caller. Pablo, good morning and welcome, sir.
Yeah, good morning, King Dave. You are working hard. We appreciate your work.
Thank you, sir.
King Dave, I support Honorable Kojo. He's on point. But at the moment, the man that we need is Honorable Alan Kojo Kyerematen. He's the one who can set the affairs of this Ghana economy into a better place and a better, good livelihood for Ghanaians. So let's support Honorable Alan Kojo Kyerematen. Kojo, I entreat you to support Honorable Kojo Kyerematen next time that you come, because at the moment we need somebody who can revamp the economy. It's
so
only Honorable
we hear you,
Alan Kojo
Pablo.
Kyerematen.
So, some people are of the view that with the MPP to some extent, so could you, how do you respond to what Pablo is saying? Give your support, to Alan.
He thinks he can do for the country, and I align with it. Why not? I'm telling Ghanaians what I want to do for Ghana. I mean, I don't think what people suggest by virtue. If you like somebody, you like the person. That's your personal opinion. But the fact that that person is what you like, so that person should be the one that lead. That is the problem. Look, we have issues in Ghana, and people think that gradually, by mysterious reasons, the problems will go away. The problems only go away when you solve them. My brother, look, somebody came on and said that I'm talking about business and I've never run a country before. And look, there is no difference between running a government and running a business. It's the same thing. Politicians have made you guys think that there's a difference. There isn't. If I run a successful business, there are companies in this world who are worth 20 times the GDP of Ghana. It's run by individuals. Mark Zuckerberg's company is worth multiple times the economy of Ghana. Tesla, what's his name? The guy who bought Twitter. Elon Musk's company is worth multiple times Ghana's GDP. The Bezos of this world.
How do you rate the performance of Donald Trump as president of the United States?
Well, disaster.
But he's a businessman, isn't he?
He's a businessman. No, he was a failed businessman before he became president. Let's not go there. That's not the conversation we are here to have.
No, you're talking about businessmen.
No, I'm talking about successful businessmen, not people who have done bankruptcy down their line. Successful businessmen is what I'm talking about. Look, people, businesses, you cannot tell me that the guy who runs Aramco made profit of 124 billion. You are telling me that person who runs that company cannot run a country?
Because my time is almost up. So I'll ask you to do 2 quick things for me.
Yeah.
First of all, address the issue of Kofi, who says, well, the Bank of Ghana, we have heard the Auditor General's report has, runs on losses of 60 million and over. And then what message you have, for delegates out there and for people who have listened to you, what final message you would leave with them? But before you do all that, let's hear what people are also saying on our WhatsApp console.
Okay.
Hello, good morning, Dave. This is your man, Justice K of IT Design Insider Tools. Dave, I think the man is making my day. He's really talking my mind. He's speaking my mind for me. And he's really thinking of what I also think. This is the way to go as a nation. It's rather unfortunate that these delegates will never even hear him. All that we know is the old faces and the new faces that has really just come out with slogans. This is the kind of practical ideas that we need as a nation to even just build our mother Ghana. But here's the case. It's rather unfortunate that he has even just found himself at the wrong place.
He's found himself at the wrong place. But let's take a listen to another voice message, shall we? Here we go.
Good morning, Dave. This is Abdul Karim, House of Schools, Alaba. Good morning, sir. You are talking of building industrial for the prisoners, and the youth are unemployment at the same time. Talking of unemployment, then you are telling the youth to do criminal so that they will be put in the prison for industrial purpose. And there is the more reason why cheap labor is going on.
I hear you. So we have 3 minutes more to wrap up. So the earlier things I said, responding to the 60 million loss from the Bank of Ghana.
Look, wrong. Two rights don't make a two wrongs don't make a right. Right? If Bank of Ghana's balance statement of account, which is their report that came out, we Ghanaians feel that there's something wrong with it, let's prosecute whoever is culpable.
Do you agree with the minority who are, for example, saying that the Bank of Ghana, Ernest Adesa should go?
Listen, the minority in Parliament have oversight responsibility of Bank of Ghana.
Do you support the call they should go?
I think, look, whether somebody should go or stay is to do with interrogating what that person has done. If there are things that he's done wrong and we don't, as parliamentarians, they feel, look, Parliament has the powers that you guys don't seem to think. Parliament can subpoena, call him to a bipartisan committee and basically do the investigation. So look, let's not try this thing on radio and media. Parliamentarians like to go on media to make noise. They are in the House of Parliament for a reason. They can do a committee, subpoena him to come in front of the Parliament and do proper investigation. They have the speaker on their side. So for me, look, it's not wrong or right. If Bank of Ghana has done something wrong, I will not condone it. Yesterday I said on MPP platform that I don't think MPP party members should defend Bank of Ghana. Let Bank of Ghana defend Bank of Ghana. Look, there's a gentleman that said something that I'm in the wrong thing. If I think it's a personal thing, I should go independent. People should have this in mind. Nanado's government is not the same as the MPP. It's two different things. There are people who Nanado have asked to resign from his government, but they are still members of the party. So I cannot walk into the Jubilee House because I'm not a member of his government. I can walk to any party office. So look, party supporters have always been brainwashed to think that what the government is the party's responsibility. It's not. We are a party which should take care of the party. Let government take care of itself.
Could you speak to the delegates? Some of them might be listening right now. Speak to Ghanaians,
Well, I thank them for listening to us this morning. And look, I am the youngest of all the 10 candidates. And I think I have the most ideas in terms of my early start childhood education, in terms of primary. I think that we should have early school education for kindergarten and early primary. Somebody said that there are no jobs. I want to create jobs. I want to basically not only create jobs, but give you in Sanujuma, skill training so that you have something to do. 3, I think that we need to change how local government works. Local government works well. You will see Mpuntu development in your locality. So I have ideas to change, not because you like somebody, not because it's somebody's turn. All these slogans and emotions that we attach to politics the time is old. Let's have practical solutions. Problems will not solve itself until you have Kojopoku KMP to solve them.
All right. You know what? All I'm going to say is this: I wish you well.
Thank you.
And come the 27th.
Yes.
Or maybe late 26th.
No, 27th. You can even call me in the evening. Because no, by 1 o'clock it's done.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We finish at 1.
Yeah.
By 1 o'clock it's done. I think by 1 o'clock I'll have all my results on my phone. Because all my agents across the country, by 1 the minute is done. Because it's a very small number.
We wish you well.
We'll have. So you can call me at 6 o'clock at 1 o'clock and the champagne will be popping.
And then we'll be talking some more after that then. Thank you very much.
Too much noise. I might not hear you.
I hear you. Charlie, glad to have had this conversation with you this morning. I know that you're moving on to Insha 104.5.
No problem.
So go and enjoy your morning there as well. Meanwhile, do you have cash reserves or investments and require security of your investments? Then CBG custody account is your best bet. With a minimum of 10,000 Ghana cedis in cash or in investment, individuals, pension funds, mutual funds, companies with reserve funds, NGOs, international funds, and investment firms can open a custody account with CBG. Enjoy the best of experience with their state-of-the-art technology and digital offerings. They have a robust control and secured systems, swift settlement and transaction processing protocols, no transaction costs, unbeatable custody fees, and excellent customer services. Visit any of CBG's 114 branches nationwide to open your custody account. Now, for further enquiries, you can call 0302 216 000 or send a mail to them at talk to us at cbg.com.gh, or you can also visit any of their social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Terms and conditions apply. CBG, we stand with you. Now, did you know that eggs contain all 9 essential amino acids in sufficient amounts to support effective muscle growth, recovery, and maintenance? Come to the Edriso Municipal Assembly Conference Hall this Friday, that is today, and Joabe Methodist Church on Saturday, that is tomorrow, at 5 p.m. to learn all about eggs and enjoy free eggs. Remember to eat an egg today. Follow the campaign on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Extra O. Meanwhile, listen, what is your preferred color of tank? Syntex has it. What guarantee do you want? Syntex has it. What kind of inner layer do you want? Are we talking about double? Are you talking about triple, quadruple? Well, as many inner layers as you want, Syntex has it too. So remember, no matter your water needs, Syntex has it. Syntex tank, you're strong, you're tough. Now, they have over 300 agents nationwide. So to order a tank, all you need to do is to call 0244 335 168. Visit Syntex on social media at Syntex Ghana, or you can shop online on www.syntexgh.com. Syntex tank, you're strong, you're tough. All right, so the conversation on the Super Morning Show is going to be on a relationship, all right? And Sabria Mata, is it love or money for you? For you, is it love or is it money? Meanwhile, the Institute of Distance Learning, KNUST, announces that application e-vouchers for admission into diploma, undergraduate, and postgraduate programs through the distance learning mode are now on sale. Now, diploma programs on offer are architectural technology, business administration, information technology, and many more. Undergraduate programs on offer include business administration with 7 options: quantity surveying and construction economics, construction technology, and management. Now, the Institute of Distance Learning also has several postgraduate programs on offer in the following areas: education, sciences, and business. You can also use the short code *477*160# to buy the e-voucher for application. Applicants can purchase online application e-voucher from CBG, EcoBank, and Consolidated Bank. You can also apply online. For further enquiries, you can visit idl.knust.edu.gh. You can call 0247 274 661 or 0500-482-885. You can also follow IDL on the various social media platforms, and they are Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn at IDL KNUST. KNUST IDL, providing flexible and quality education at your doorstep. Now, we've got some messages for you. After those messages, we'll cross over to Joy 99.7 for the Super Morning Show.
The other day, as I was in my kitchen preparing my special jollof made with lily rice for my family, I heard a knock at the door. It was my mechanic. Instead of calling me to pick my car, he brought it himself. I said, "Cho," he said, "F-O." I said, "Take the car back. I will come and pick it myself." As I turned off the fire from under the lily jollof, there was another knock at the door. It was my neighbor. I said, neighbor. He said, "F-O, my dog has jammed your wall again, oh." I said, "Don't be silly. You don't have a dog." My wife Ekis came home and we saw that he enjoyed. Cho, it was my pastor. He said, "Bless you." I said, "Bless you too." He said, "Did he come to church on Saturday?" I said, "Acho, but why are you coming to tell me this on Wednesday?"
Having to fend off visitors at mealtimes because of Lele's tasty aromatic rice? Celebrate every mealtime by sharing with friends and family, near or far.
Lele, tasty food, happy family. This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome to NLA 590 Mobile. Today we will discuss how you can win cash by playing 590 on your phone or online. Visit 590mobile.com.gh or dial *959# on any handset or network and choose option 7 on the menu for Perm 3. Perming allows you to increase your chances of a winning combination. Perm 3 gives you 2,100 times your stake amount when 3 or more numbers from your selection appear in any order. You need to select from 4 or up to a maximum of 10 numbers, all between 1 to 90, to play Perm 3. Thank you for your attention. And remember, you can stake your favorite NLA 590 lottery on your phone or online right now. All wins are paid same day, in full, and direct to your Momo.
Please dial 059-692-1590
for any assistance. 590 Mobile at Downsem.
Hey, Linda, long time, oh. Yes, so. Hey, but wait, oh, Linda, did you win the lottery? I mean, look at your room, your TV, your sound system, your fridge. Hey.
Oh, they are nice, all from Kennedy Digital Satellite. They also sell appliances like air conditioners, televisions, tabletop fridges, and freezers from 100 to 900 liters, commercial fufu machines, home theaters, etc.
Wow.
In addition, government workers who receive their salary through the Controller and Accountant General's Department and still have their affordability package active can come to Kennedy Digital Satellite and get any appliance of their choice with flexible payment terms. You can locate Kennedy Digital Satellite in Accra at Wager, just at the old barrier traffic light, and in Kumasi at Edum near Boss FM and along the Patasi Main Street near the police depot. Those in Accra can call 0243 074 750 and in Kumasi reach them on 0207 653031.
Kennedy Digital Satellite, where quality sells cheap.
Don't pass out our number. Just momo it. What bread supermarket line or what too much? Try no momo and I feel so chat him. Said you who are both so which now and also. Just momo it. I feel build us out piano. I know you my phone now. Just momo it. Ya the DJ coffee. Ya the mabusia for. Just momo it. A crime baby who bet me use MTN momo wallet. Who bet you get tracker. I will use scan to pay. And now use merchant ID. And now on bank POS terminals. I first so bet you their transfers the car every mobile money wallet remove. I call bank account and vice versa. Nina or MTN Momo so. And you enjoy convenience no. Our financial transaction be with MTN Momo. Just Momo it.
MTN. Hi, I'm Martha Nkuma. Let me tell you about my very stylish friend who almost ruined her reputation. We met just before an event and Kiki was wearing an outfit made with fake GTP fabric. How do I know? The fabric was a bit faded and Kiki said she washed it only once. Authentic GTP doesn't fade after just one wash. I quickly helped her change into an authentic GTP outfit and we settled. Now, beautiful, you are too cool to be tricked into buying fakes. Always check that your fabric has a GTP authentication sticker and that the code on the sticker matches the one on the edge of the fabric. Contact 050-9940-949 or visit any of our accredited dealers nationwide or any wooden shop. Buy authentic GTP and live lifestyle.
Yes, and you're still here on Love 99.5 FM, your superstation. And this morning we just had a conversation with Kojo Pokun Safwa, an aspiring presidential flag bearer for the new Patriotic Party. And we all heard him, the things, the visions that he has for this country and where he wants to drive us. I wish him all the luck that he can get. But I want to share some message with you, and then we are going to go to Accra and join the Sport Morning Show team as they discuss. But get ready for the ultimate showdown in Big Brother Naija Season 8 All-Stars Edition. Is a thrilling reunion of your favorite housemates from the past as they step back into the spotlight with strategic minds and captivating personalities. They are ready to take on new challenges, form alliances, and compete for the ultimate prize. Get ready for jaw-dropping twists, emotional roller coasters, and unforgettable moments as these all-stars battle it out in the Big Brother house. Don't miss this epic season where excitement and entertainment collide in the most electrifying reality show, Big Brother Naija Season 8. Get your decoders or reconnect DSTV and GoTV, and then you can enjoy the Big Brother Season 8. So the Ghana Revenue Authority, in collaboration with the Ministry of Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development, informs the general public that property bills for all metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies are available electronically on portal.myassembly.gov.gh. All ratepayers are advised to log in to my portal myassembly.gov.gh with their phone numbers and validate their properties, view bills and pay electronically using either mobile money, debit or credit cards, or bank transfer and checks. There must be no cash in any transaction, whether or if you do that, they are going to bill you again. So the general public is further advised to that Act 936156 Clause 1 prescribes sanctions which include the sale of the defaulting properties to defray the amount owed. Ratepayers are therefore further advised to make payments only on portal myassembly.gov at payments made outside this platform will be billed again. Kindly contact 0302-756-820 or 059-9869-684 for further enquiries. And this is coming to you from the Commissioner General.
With your love, just know I'll be here for the long run. Come rain, come sun, I'll be right here. Baby, anyway, I'm right there. You're living rent free in my heart, right here, the left side of my chest. Baby, I pledge my allegiance to you because you're bum sweeter than Mirinda, Caterpillar, Biggie Tipper. Buy you visa, tequila, give me ginger. Fresh like bread, what they do today. Woman, you don't need Medicaid. Woman, get you take away. All that gas, that's still the land. Make I give you bottom belly. You see, share you there. Fresh like bread, what they do today.
Hey, are you worried about your parties, weddings, hangouts, on what drink to enjoy for the celebration? Or you're worried about how to celebrate your friends and family during that special occasion?
Bigo.
Now that is Bigo! With Bigo, no wahala for the occasion. They made it for everyone to enjoy and have the ideal celebration. Bigo, the soft drinks that comes in 16 and 20 in a pack. Hey, Charlie, that is Bigo. A lot to go around in various packs. It's refreshing and good quality. Now that is Bigo. The taste is
Bigo.
Another quality product from Twillium Industries Limited. This advert is FDA approved.
Bigo.
1xBet Jackpot is here with weekly massive prizes up for grabs. All you have to do is place your bets on any sports game and stand a chance to win. Simply register at 1xbet.com.gh. Use promo code JackpotGhana and place your bets. 1xBet is your key to great victories. Feel like a winner. 1xBet.
Gambling can be addictive. Bet responsibly. Not for person under 18 years. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission.